students. So everyone, let's go ahead and give all of our contestants a round of applause for making this far. Congratulations, guys. And guys, give your parents and all the staff that are here a round of applause for being here present for you guys. All right. Everyone, my name is Mr. Zaragoza. I am the proud principal of Hopkins Elementary, and today is our annual spelling bee, acknowledging all the great spelling skills we have here at Hopkins, and we're so excited to host this for our students. I wanted to go around and introduce all of the staff members that had a huge part in today's event. First and foremost, Dr. Joseph Sanfilippo in the back. Everyone give him a round of applause. He's our assistant principal of literacy. He helped put all of this together. Give a special welcome to Miss Louise Radloff, our board member sitting back there. Everyone, applause for her, please. For our judges, we have Miss Jelena Smith-Hunter, an assistant principal here at Hopkins. We have Dr. Cynthia Tukes, an assistant principal here at Hopkins. And Miss Veronica Wilson, our literacy coach here at Hopkins. Behind me, we have our spotters to help support our spellers today. We have Miss Ingrid Abarca and Miss Maria Miller from our Parent Center. Our word caller is none other than our Teacher of the Year, Miss Emma Clyde. And then supporting with technology, behind the camera, we have Miss Susan Jackson, Mr. Jason Johnson, and Miss Allison Kaiser. Miss Jackson is here representing for the technology team. So everyone, just again, this is a great accomplishment. I just want to welcome you to Hopkins Elementary. This is such a great accomplishment, and we're just very proud and want to do the best for our students and give them those opportunities to shine. And boys and girls, this is your opportunity, so just enjoy every moment. Every word that comes to you, do your best. We want you to do your best, and that's all we ask, because we want to be here to support you and represent Hopkins well, and you're doing that already. So everyone, thank you for coming. I'm now going to introduce our inspiration from Ms. Louise Radloff.
Good morning, and thank you. Parents, I'd like to add my thanks for being here at Hopkins, and being a supportive parents is really, really important. I know that these boys and girls, do you know what the word foundation means? Sort of right at the very bottom. Hopkins Elementary, you are laying by coming to school, by learning to read, by doing math, all the things that you do in science and language arts. That's called laying the foundation for tomorrow. So if I had time, I'd go through and say, what do you want to be when you grow up? Do you want to be an engineer? Do you want to be a pianist? Do you want to be a policeman? When you lay the foundation wherever you want to be when you finish high school and maybe go on to college or post-secondary, you learn it here at Hopkins Elementary. This is your foundational piece. And you are really, really, really smart kids, boys and girls, because you're in the spelling bee. And if you can spell, that means that you can read. And if you can read and understand the stories that you are reading, and maybe read every single day, including the summer and over the holiday break, you will be the smart kids of tomorrow. You will be the teachers of tomorrow. And everybody who runs our world. And I say our world because our kids come from all over the country, all over the world. And you are tomorrow's leaders, okay? As already been said to you, do your very, very best. Take a deep breath. I am proud of every single one of you. You are winners. Great job, kids.
Thank you, Ms. Radloff. I'm going to go over the rules for the spelling bee. In an oral spelling round, spellers shall pronounce the word both before and after spelling it. However, no speller will be eliminated for failing to pronounce a word. Failure to capitalize a word or recognize diacritical markings will not be penalized. When a speller fails to spell a word correctly, he or she must step out of the bee. A new word shall be given to the next speller. After having started to spell a word, the speller shall not be given an opportunity to change the letters once pronounced. The speller may retrace the letters of the word from the beginning only, provided no letters or their sequence are changed from those first pronounced. If letters and or their sequence are changed in the respelling, then the speller shall be eliminated. The speller may ask the caller to say the word again, define it, use it in a sentence, provide the part of speech, give alternate pronunciation, and or provide the language of origin of the word before attempting to spell it. Root word questions will not be entertained by the caller or judges. No other information or history of a word shall be provided. The caller shall grant all such requests until the judges agree that the word has been made reasonably clear to the contestant. The judges may disqualify any speller who ignores a request to start spelling. If no definition of a homonym is provided to the caller, the correct spelling of either word shall be accepted. When a definition or a sentence is given, the speller must spell the correct word. The judges will determine if the word was spelled correctly, and if incorrect, will provide the correct spelling. Any question relating to the procedures or the spelling of a word shall be referred to the judges immediately. The deadline for making an objection is before the affected speller would have received his or her next word, had he or she stayed in the B. No objection shall be entertained after the B is terminated. An objection may be filed by a parent, legal guardian, or school representative of the affected speller. This designated advocate is the only one who may object on behalf of the speller during the B. Only the designated advocate for a speller may voice an objection for his or her speller, and the objection can relate only to his or her speller. The speller may not advocate for him or herself. To object properly, only the designated person should stand and remain standing until recognized by the Spelling Bee committee. The committee will immediately inform the judges, who will hear the objection at that time. The judges are in complete control of the Spelling Bee. Their decisions shall be final on all matters. Flash photography will only be allowed before or after the bee and during the practice round, which we conducted yesterday. In fairness to the spellers who are already at various levels of nervousness, extraneous noise from small children, excessive coming and going, talking, etc., could pose a distraction and prove very unfair to them. Please respect the bee process and the spellers, and do what's necessary to eliminate such distractions. I will return once the two finalists have been determined to explain the rules for the final two spellers. And now we will begin.
This word could be confused with a similar word, hem, a noun, an edge of cloth, such as for a skirt, sleeve, or napkin, which has been finished by folding back the edge and sewing it down. Hem.
Can you please use it in a sentence?
The hem of her skirt brushed the tops of her feet.
H-E-A-M?
I'm sorry, that's incorrect.
Dr. Toots, will you please spell the word correctly?
The correct spelling is H-E-M.
Desk.
Desk. D-E-S-K. Desk.
Correct.
This word has a homonym, ash. Noun, the material that is left behind after combustible materials such as coal have been burned.
Ash. A-S-H. Ash.
Correct.
This word can be confused with a similar word, brim. Noun, the edge of a cup or bowl.
Will you repeat the word?
Brim.
Brim. B-R-I-M. Brim.
Correct.
This word could be confused with a similar word, Grub, noun, food.
Grub. Grub. Grub.
Correct.
Silly,
Silly. Silly. Silly.
Correct.
brass,
Brass. Brass. Brass.
Correct.
number,
Number. Number. Number.
Correct.
size,
Size.
size,
Size. Size. Size.
Correct.
This word could be confused with a similar word. Stray, noun, a domestic animal that has left its enclosure or home and wanders at large or is lost.